Hello and welcome back here in the Retrovator on the Game Hammer Classic Gaming channel. At the moment, we're going through our collection of PlayStation 2 games. You can see some behind me and others around me. I am surrounded by PlayStation 2 games. We are going for a complete PAL set. Not just the UK releases, we're going for everything. If it was released in the PAL regions, we're trying to collect it here in the Retrovator. So, let's see progress so far. So here we go. It's back to the PlayStation 2 library for another look at what we have in PS2, and this time what begins with I. Well, first of all, we have Ice Age 2, The Meltdown. Dum dum dum. Yeah, we didn't get Ice Age 1 on the PS2, but we did get Ice Age 2, and it's not bad. It's just a puzzle platformer action-adventure style game. The basic thing that was the default setting back then. So yeah, not too bad, not too brilliant, nothing really to write home about, but yeah, fun enough, especially if it's aimed at kids. And then of course we have Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, because you can't have one without the other. But here's the weird thing. Between the two films, Sierra lost the license and gave it to Activision instead. Oh my. So, did that mean we got much of a change? No, it's still the same sort of 3D puzzle platformer action adventure style game, the default setting. Another one that's not bad, but one that is great, absolutely great, is the absolute classic Ico. I think we all know about Ico. Hello there, you can see me in the reflection. I think we all know Ico. It is an absolute verified classic. So we see it here in the standard box for a PlayStation 2 game, not the cardboard version. This is the hard plastic case version. Very interesting. What we got up next? It's not Mission Impossible, it's Impossible Mission. Yeah, I didn't realise this was out. I have to admit, I did not know this was out on PlayStation 2 until I held a copy of the game in my hands. If from the cover of this you think it's going to be some kind of Splinter Cell ripoff, then you are wrong, because it's actually the Commodore 64 game. I kid you not, it is the Commodore 64 game. Now you might notice that there's a lot of scrolls on the back of there. That is because this is second hand and it was the only copy I found for ages, so I had to have it. So here we are, a faithful adaptation of the past epic's classic that improves on the original in every way. Includes 3 versions: the C64 original classic, a reskinned classic, and the totally updated new version. I've not really played much of the totally updated version. I went for the Commodore 64 classic version because it is a classic for a reason. But yeah, on PlayStation 2, I'm amazed. The Incredible Hulk, the official video game. Whoa, look at that, he's so angry. Rah, 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 rah. So it's from Sega and Marvel. It's a 3D action adventure film tie-in. Yeah, it's alright. I wouldn't say it's my favourite of the Hulk games, but it's not bad. Find your inner hero and unleash incredible fury. Yeah. Hulk smash. Not Hulk smash hit though, but this was. Oh my goodness. The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Much, much better game. Oh my goodness. A lot more fun. Ultimate Destruction. Look how green the Hulk is as well. My goodness. This is a good one. Definitely recommend this one. Well, after the Incredible Hulk, we just have to go for the Incredibles. I mean, how much more incredible can you get? Yeah, it's a 3D action-adventure film tie-in, but actually it's not that bad. I kind of enjoyed this one. It's decent enough to play. Yeah, give it a try. And of course, we have Incredibles 2, Rise of the Underminer, which follows directly on from the end of the film. If you've ever seen the original Incredibles film, right at the end is that guy that comes out from the ground, the Underminer, and this is the story. Another 3D action-adventure film tie-in. If you like the first one, you'll like the second one. It really is that kind of game. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. Ooh, this looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's a 3D action-adventure. They're all 3D action-adventures now, aren't they? Again, it's the default setting. I'm struggling to remember anything about this game, I have to admit, so there's not a lot I can say. Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings. Well, the other one must have been alright, because here's another one. And it's the same sort of thing, 3D action adventure. Yeah, can't remember it, that's the problem. Indianapolis 500 from Codemasters. And it's a Codemasters racing game. Codemasters do a very specific type of racing game in the PS2 era, where it's super realistic, super difficult to control, and I don't like it. Sorry, it's just not my kind of thing. I prefer the kind of game where you've got a car and you drive it, and it's a bit arcadey. I love stuff like Forza Horizon and things like that. A little bit more arcadey style for my liking. That's what I like. These are far more realistic. It's more like Gran Turismo. It just doesn't work for me. Might work for you. What else we got? Well, there's IndyCar Series 2005. So there's that. Yeah, another one. Same style thing. If you like this kind of game, you'll enjoy this. That's all I can say. Like I can say, I'm not a fan of it. But I am a fan of iNinja. Now this is amazing. Once again, it's a 3D action-adventure puzzle platformer, but it's incredible. I really do like this one. It's a lot of fun, intense gameplay times, and then some puzzles and some platforms. It's a lot of fun. Give it a try. I think you'll like it. Inspector Gadget Mad Robot Invasion. It is a 3D action-adventure puzzle platformer, but it's not anywhere near as good as iNinja. It is missing a certain something, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Very much aimed at children, and it doesn't quite work for me. What does work for me is Intellivision Lives, the history of video gaming. Over 60 Intellivision games included inside. My goodness, what it does say there is Intellivision games. It does not say Intellivision classics. There's a reason for that. A lot of these aren't. But it's a lot of fun when you find certain ones, like let's see what we've got. Night Stalker, I think, was one of the games. That was a lot of fun. I do like the pinball version. It's much better than the one that's on the Atari, the Space Invaders and stuff like that. You know, the standard stuff from that era. Some good stuff on here. So definitely worth giving that one a try. Then we have International Cricket Captain 3, which... okay, it is super realistic cricket game, but I am not a fan of cricket, so it wasn't for me. I can't really say if it's good or not. What I can say is it seems very intense and very realistic, and if you like cricket, you probably like this. But I don't like cricket, so I really can't assess it that much. Then we have the International Q Club, which I believe when I first picked this up in a previous pickups video, I called the International Cool Club, accidentally. It's not bad, but the sequel is better. In fact, the sequel is better in pretty much every way, so I would go for that one. Next up, we have a return to the world of sports with International Golf Pro, which, if you weren't interested in the Tiger Woods golf games and all of that, well, you could play this instead. You won't have as much fun, but you can play it. And International League Soccer for, wow. It's got a signature on it, but it's part of the inlay. It's not been signed specifically to you. That's interesting. And apparently I couldn't get a sticker off there. That's just wonderful. Yeah, it's a football game. It seems alright, but FIFA and the other one, what's the other one called? Pro Evo? Yeah, they were better. Then we have International Pool Championships, because International Q Club wasn't quite challenging enough, I suppose. It's not bad. It's nowhere near as good as Virtual Pool or anything like that, but it's not bad at all. And then we have International Snooker Championship, because I is the land of international championships, I suppose. Yeah, again, it's not bad, but I think the other games were better. Then we have the worst game on the PlayStation 2. And no, I don't count those Phoenix ones where there's a really bad Eastern European cartoon plus a few mini-games as games. They're just ridiculous. This is the worst game. There's a really low-budget racing engine that seemed to do the rounds with the low-budget producers, and this uses it, where all of the vehicles are incredibly heavy and slow to respond. And this just takes it up to -11 because it's slow, it drags on so much, and it's boring as hell. Then we have International Superstar Soccer, and International Superstar Soccer 2, and International Superstar Soccer 3, and one of those I pronounced properly. I don't know which one, and can you find it? Possibly not. Yeah, football games. They're not bad. They're not to the level of FIFA or Pro Evo, but they're not bad. If you're into football, you'll probably enjoy these. International Tennis Pro, which is a tennis game, and apparently it's so poor that you can't even focus on it with a camera. So it's by Midas again, so you know it's going to be either a hidden gem or absolute crap, and yeah, not a great tennis game, sorry. Iron Aces 2, Birds of Prey. Is there an Iron Aces 1? I've never found it if there is. Have you got what it takes to dominate the air? Probably not, I can't even fly. Yeah, it's a combat flight simulator. Yeah, it's quite fun. I enjoyed what I played of it, but I haven't gone back to it in years, so I couldn't say that it's the best, but yeah, I enjoyed it when I played it. Then it's Iron Man. Can you guess what kind of game Iron Man, the official video game from Sega and Marvel, is? Did you guess that it's a 3D action adventure? Because of course it is. It's the era of the 3D action adventure. That's alright. Then we have Iron Sea, which is from 505 Games, so you know it's either going to be amazing or impenetrable. Nothing in between, and seriously, these are just weird. It's an impenetrable Navy combat game, and I think it's one of those games where if you put the time in to really learn how it works, then you'll probably enjoy it a lot more than I did. Last but not least, it's the Brazilian Job, the Italian Job. The Italian Job L.A. Heist, based on the 2003 blockbuster from Paramount. I have not seen the Italian Job remake, which is what this is the video game of. Yeah, It's a 3D action adventure game. They're all 3D action adventure games. This was the era of it. This is when, if you weren't doing a side-scrolling platformer in the 80s, you weren't doing a film tie-in. If you weren't doing an FPS in the 90s, you weren't doing a film tie-in. And now it's the 3D action adventure series. So what we got here? Master 4 action-packed modes, 15 missions based on the movie's gripping plot. I don't remember any of the movie's gripping plot because I've not seen it. But yeah, 15 missions based on the gripping plot. 5 death-defying stunt courses. 10! Whoa, and a whopping 10 intense circuit racing tracks because you have to have a racing game when it's cars. Bonus features include movie footage, concept art and more. If you like the film, this sounds like it's going to be decent. Maybe it's one for a Game Hammer Let's Play. But for now, that's the end of the eyes. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. It is a look through the alphabetical order of all of the games, and it's quite a collection. The PlayStation 2 had a massive library, and I am only 85% of the way through it. So, I've got a few still to go. It's going to be fun. Keep on collecting. That's certainly how I'm doing it. But I hope you'll join me next week, for a look at the next part of this enormous collection. Take care, happy gaming, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help keep the YouTube algorithm from absolutely destroying the channel and burying it under collections of whatever type of video you don't like. YouTube's algorithm is burying us underneath it. So please do like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk Robinson. You've been watching Game Hammer Classic Gaming. I'll see you next time. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey 82, Mo Henry, and George Botterini. Thank you so much, guys.